Hello there, Bick Benedict. We're playing Conan on King difficulty. This is my video guide series for the hardest difficulty, and we are currently on mission 11, and it is entitled Fallen Kingdom. So this is the point of the game where you can start seriously kicking ass, because you've done 10 missions. You should be pretty good, having cleared hard. So. With a step up in the difficulty over here, and practicing combos and learning some of the tactics that I've been telling you guys, and maybe applying some of your own to the formula for success, you should be able to start thrashing, like literally thrashing enemies on this stage. Because if you don't have that level of confidence going into this video, you might be in for a rude awakening when we do the boss fight of this chapter, which is entitled Bone Cleaver, and he's a tough guy to beat. So, do you see those carts? If enemies are in front of those, they can be killed. And I'm actually going to show you how to do that on a heavy, because here's the heavy right here, and feel free to normally combat him if you like, but what I'm going to do, there's two things actually you can do. Coming off that last chapter, though, we don't have too much magic at all. You can actually freeze enemies in front of the carts, and then kind of have more time to be able to run around the cart and make sure they don't move at all. You don't have to, though, like I'm going to show there. See? The heavy, I don't think, had any damage off his HP, and we instantly killed him with that cart. So there's a green rune triumvirate. Now, when was the last time we saw a green set of triumvirates? I think it was in chapter 2, wasn't it? Or chapter 3? I dare say it was one of those, but I do believe it was in chapter 2, and it doesn't matter. But the thing is, regardless of which one that is, I think it was on 2 actually. We haven't seen those for a long time. Like that's a long time to separate those two. Maybe I can even pull it up on my phone over here. I wanted to once again give my buddy Grayson Geis a shout out, because he's been instrumental in making this project happen, and just for being an all around awesome dude.
Let's go ahead and
yeah, it was
fucking Conan, man.
Actually chapter 3 I think it was, right? Chapter
Hi
3?
there, Bick Benedict.
Yeah. Chapter 3 is where we picked up the first set of green triumvirates. So you don't get a health upgrade from chapter 3 until chapter 11, which we're on now, Fallen Kingdom, like I said. So now, do you remember in chapter 3? I got those green triumvirates twice. And what we're going to do is try to get this. Now, when I did this, I knew that it wasn't going to work. And you might wonder, why? Wait a second, why wouldn't it work? Well, they only allow you to have a maximum amount of health, and we have it. So when we roll our way over here and plunge our sword into the ground over here near to where this whore is, it's just not going to give us a health upgrade. Now, you might say, is that because you got the rune triumvirates twice in chapter 3 via that little glitch that you found? It is and it isn't, because what happened is it looks like the game only allows you to upgrade your health 2 times. So if we didn't get that health upgrade twice in chapter 3, I'm sure this one would have worked. They only want you to have a maximum amount of health and no more. So what we did actually was allow ourselves to have more health than most players would, going from chapter 3 to chapter 11. It's almost redundant at this point. It has no bearing on the project, because we've never been like dying for a scrap of health, at the end too much. I mean, that little extra health that we got on chapter 3 hasn't made the difference. What's made the difference is that we've been getting better as players. We've been learning the skills. We've been learning this game. Because when I first went through this game, yeah, I'm pretty good with hack and slash games and things like that, but this is a brand new experience, Even though it has a lot of similarities to God of War, there's a lot of things to learn about it, It's just not the same sort of system. they're inferior systems, but they're still different systems regardless, so you've got to learn them. And admittedly, when I went through hard difficulty to unlock this, I was like skipping most of the fights. Every fight that could be skipped, I was skipping it because I was speed running through it so that I can quickly start my guide, because I was really wanting to start my guide. So we have some citizens up here whom it doesn't look like you can grab and kill, unfortunately, because I love doing that. Nothing better than killing unarmed citizens, in my opinion. So you're going to jump down here, push over the pillar, and then they're going to checkpoint it when you get over to this region here. And we're going to have archers, and I think I'm going to go for the archers. If not like right away, then at least some point early in the battle, because I just don't want them around. We can just have them off of the camera and they won't do anything, but I still don't like to not be able to move where I want to, because if I have to keep them off the camera, that means I can't go into some of the areas of this map, and so that just I don't want to do that. I just want to see whatever I want to see, and then we're gonna throw these water pots at the heavies, and there's a minor puzzle involving these pots also after this. I've also picked up some moves too, but in the haste of me going through this chapter, I am doing a bunch of other worldly tasks. You fucker! Look at this though. Look at this. I got this, didn't I? Yeah, I got it. So as fast as that is, I can keep up with it at times. It is incredibly unfair with how fast those flash on the screen, but I'm getting a little bit better at it, I guess, or at least I was on my mark there, which isn't to say I'm on my mark at all times, but... Oh, also the... Okay, so when you master the backbreaker and the pile driver, you get extra health points when you do it anytime else after you've mastered it. Although, when you do a mastered backbreaker on enemies, you only get 2 health points. So when you look into the menu, you'll see that when you do a mastered pile driver, which is a circle triangle, you get 5 health points. So there really is absolutely no incentive to do the backbreaker, because the backbreaker gives you 3 fewer health points than does the pile driver. So a little strange that that's the case, but don't forget to come up here and pick up these items. Now, what kind of magic do you need for the boss? He doesn't take to anything, guys. He does have a wolf lackey or a lion lackey, so you're going to have at least 1 square of magic to take him out quickly. You don't want to use the rain of fire or the flock of seagulls, because they might accidentally hit some of the health jugs that are in the room, and you don't want to hit those until you absolutely need to. But here's a puzzle over here. This actually stumped me the first time I played it. I didn't know what I was expected to do over here until I saw that these pots kept spawning over and over and over again. And what you need to do is just throw several of them over to where the fire is, and when they break, they burst forth water, and then that will be the puzzle completed. Alright, go ahead and jump up here. I don't believe there are any items up there. There should be some stuff down here though. If not, look at the heavy. They put the heavy right in the line of that cart. So like they pretty much give you a free heavy kill right there. Oh yeah, there's also a couple of guys in there guarding that health jug in there. There we go. Knocked him over, and then we're gonna stick our blades through his back there, take him out, and then one more guy over here. There might be something on the other side as well. Maybe some more health. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I remember when I did that earlier. I don't know what day I did it, but it could have even been this morning. I couldn't see the parry button there in that flash of light, but I think it was visible. Okay, so we're gonna tug on this chain over here, and as you can see, we've got some archers in the distance ready to shoot explosive arrows at us. So those are gonna have to be our biggest priority right away. Not the arrows, but the archers definitely. So square Oh, wait a second. It's the... Okay, I'm sorry. I guess it's the backbreaker that gives you 5. I'm sorry. I thought the pile driver did it. So the next time I see that it says pile driver, I'll see if it says 2 health points because, yeah. So, and I'm sorry that I had those opposite, but it does look like the backbreaker gives you 5 extra health points. So I like that actually. I like getting health points back by doing moves and MP points back by doing moves. One of the I think a couple of the parries too will also give you mastery points, like bonuses. I haven't mastered all the parries yet, and one of the reasons is I haven't been using the two-handed weapon as much as I wanted to. I had no idea that when I was going to go through this walkthrough that I would favor the two-handed weapon, but it's my favorite class of weapon at this point. It's just very fast, versatile, and it has a lot of combos that I really like. A lot of helpful things. Like, that is a badass fucking move, man. It's just got such a strong barrage of heavy attacks, too, and then that move, it's so damn good. One of the reasons, though, is that I haven't been, like I said, pairing with the other weapons, and also you don't get to choose which parry you get. So, in your efforts to try to master the parries, whatever the game says is going to be your parry is the one that's going to be put on the screen. Although I would hope that it would promote the ones that you haven't mastered quite yet, but I don't think it's as as smart as that would need to be. And is that it? There should be some items over here. Something over here. In the second to last video, I was mentioning that I wasn't going to edit those whores out. I am going to edit the whores out. Sorry, guys. This video has so many painstaking edits and like clips with Sony Gaussian blur on it all over the place because I did have to edit those out. So. All right. We have all of our health and all of our magic. So try to always keep that as the status quo for your campaign. I shouldn't have got that. Idiot. Why am I such an idiot? But here's a save stone over here to the left. And then when you want to proceed, you'll go left. But if you want some items, you'll go over here to the right. So smash those brittle doors, and then you've got some of these guys over here. One of them just lost out on that opportunity to beat good old Dick fucking Benedict, but I'm just too good. Anyway, all jokes aside, guys, I think I may have mentioned that there is a whore coming up over here. She's going to be in an area over there to the right. There's spawned in some shield guys, the ones with the spike shields coming up. But I wanted to mention a couple of the combat abilities that I picked up. I believe it was somewhere in this region over here. But if you see me doing any new moves, I just wanted to make sure that you knew what I was doing. And perhaps if you wanted to know how to do them, I will tell you. I think the one that I picked up at this point is a move called the Black River Rage, and that is square, square, triangle, triangle. It's actually an extension of the mercenary attack. No. It's an extension of the like the windmill-esque move that he does. I don't. It could be no. Is it the mercenary? No, it's not the mercenary because that does that beheading attack. So it's actually, what would it be though? It would be so the Black River Rage. The windmill attack that I'm talking about though, guys, is square square triangle. So if you press, well, first of all, you need to buy the Black River Rage, and then once you purchase that, what you do, instead of pressing square square triangle for the other attack, you press square square triangle triangle, and then you'll do a move called the Black River Rage. It's basically a finishing attack to the prior move, whose name I don't know, but I know the combination, which is square square triangle. Okay, so over here we've got two beasts whom I would recommend you Stone Shatter because it's really easy to get them in a group. They usually kind of follow one another, so since they stick together, it's easy to quickly Stone Shatter both with the armor type, which is titled Stone Prison Armor. And then we have a heavy down here, and some of these lesser enemies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to lure as many people I can in front of the cart up here, and then push the cart and see if I can kill everybody. Ideally, I want to get the heavy out of here. If I can just get him, and if I get him and kill nobody else, it's fine. I don't care. As long as we get the fucking heavy out of here. See, they can also kind of push the cart up a little bit, but they don't interact with it. There's also a whore over here, as well as some health chests and a treasure chest. So freeze him. See what I'm going to do? Freeze him. And then you can actually do that. Now you might say, well, you could have just hit him after you stoned him with the prison armor. But that takes like 6 hits. And I was also trying to kill some other enemies with him. So here is another one of his kind coming up. He spawns when you kill all the enemies in this region. So he's behind the gate actually, and then the gate will open up. He'll spawn, and then we've got to go up that awning to the left once we kill him. So you can pick up a shield over here and guard against all of his attacks that you can't ordinarily block because they'll break your guard if you don't have a shield. But since we have this really nice shield, it would be nice if you can use the spikes the way the enemies do, but they don't let you, I don't think. In fact, I'm almost positive. The only thing that bastard does is that whiplash, that whip attack where it flashes all those QuickTime events that go so quickly over the screen. And you can't block that. He'll like kick your shield out from you, put you in a little dazed animation, and then he'll grab you with his whip. And it's hard to do those QTEs because they're so fast. But anyway, let's turn that fan off because I don't want people getting... It's fucking irritating. I know it's irritating. I fucking hate it. So just fucking turn that shit off, you fucking piece of shit. God damn, that's so fucking annoying. No. Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill somebody. Okay, there we go. Here's the whore. What else did I buy? I'm trying to think what I bought. I know later in the stage I'm going to be picking up that Cyclone move. That's basically the Cyclone move. What's it called? I think it's called Cyclone, like Chimerian Cyclone or something like that. It's an extension, well, not really an extension, but it's an upgrade, an augmentation to the Savage Spin. Remember the Savage Spin, guys? Triple square and then hold. So square, hold. Hold on the last square. So what you do when you buy this upgrade is instead of pressing the square button 3 times, you press the square button 4 times and then hold the square on the last attack. And then he does a much longer spin that I think is more damaging. And it might not be more damaging. It might just be that it's less short-lived. But over here we've got 2 chests to pick up behind these doors. Right over here. And then what we have is, I think, another pretty large fight. I think I also have premiered a move called the Fury Kick, which is, it is triangle square. I remembered it was something pretty small, but it's triangle square, and I'm on route to mastering that pretty soon. What do we have down here? We've got a bunch of archers. And what else? Backbreaker, 5 points. Okay, so yeah, we're just trying to see. There's bramble. See the bramble up ahead and like right over the character a second ago. Akana's going to help us shoot that out. Although there's fire right there, we could have just. I thought you could maybe link up to it. And do it yourself. There's also a section coming up where Akana has to shoot an archer for you because you can't open the gate. He'll always interrupt you. And that's coming up. So You can also just outright parry the guys with the shields as well, guys. But if you do that, you do have to execute them as well, which I don't think is fair, honestly. But have I ever mentioned the music on this game? The music on this game is superb. It is absolutely wonderful, and I know that's about as subjective as you can probably ever get with anything like music. But I'm telling you, I actually do think there's a large consensus of people who really miss music in games like this. That's so orchestral and just really it gets you feeling like like it's something of an epic scale that you're waging a war with. So. Yeah, so we've built up our rage meter. Remember my remarks in Chapter 5 about it would be more beneficial to not upgrade the rage meter? Just disregard that. It doesn't matter. The rage meter builds up at a certain point. Here she is, right over here. So we're going to let her shoot out that burning bramble for us. I'm not sure what she has. Like, I don't know how she did that. Wouldn't you need water to do that? Anyway, so there's there's an MP refill over there. You can kick the doors from either side as well. I don't know why they just didn't have us like throw some more of those jars filled with water at those rather than having a Conan do it. Okay, we've got a treasure chest in there. Or I guess experience orb chest would be more correct. But I believe this is the last big battle before the boss fight. So just make sure that you don't allow any archers to interrupt you as you make your climb up here. We're going to be heading to a safe zone. I did have to put another audio commentary track edit over here because one of the clips that I had me going through the menu for a very long time, just perusing the moves. And I would recommend that you peruse the moves too. You might also hear a bit of a difference in my voice. I hadn't had my anxiety medicine in quite some time because in the past I was used to taking 3, and I'm trying to titrate down to 2 just because the state that I moved to, just some of the laws only allow people to have 2 milligrams per day, and I've been used to having 3 milligrams per day. So I've been having to adjust to having just 2 milligrams per day, which is actually plenty. But since I wasn't able to like space them out enough, I had to wait a week to pick up my prescription. So what it boils down to is that I didn't have my medicine for a week. I didn't go through withdrawals or anything like that. But I was just kind of like I had a tremor in my voice in a lot of these videos, and I was just anxious, and I was just not at ease. And what the Ativan does for me is it has a calming effect on my body, and I honestly think I'm a perfect candidate to take it. I don't abuse it, and I kind of need it, which is one of those things. Look at all that shit, man. How many guys did we get? 10 guys? Yes! I am the fucking best. I love this game. I love this game. This game is fucking awesome. I don't mind paying $50 for it, man. It is a great game. I mean, it's fucking fantastic. It's the game of the year. Game of the year. Should have been game of the year for 07 or whenever it came out, man. This game is fucking badass. Because it's just pure fun. Like, it's pure fun. It's irreverent fun. Man, they don't make games like this anymore, and they don't even make games, but I'm just saying, like, I don't honestly think, I'm trying to picture in my mind how Nier Automata can possibly compete with this game in my mind. It's gonna have some big shoes to fill when I play Nier in next month or whenever it comes out. I don't know how it could possibly be better than this game, because this game is just, I think it's gonna shit all over Nier Automata. I don't want it to, but well, I mean, I don't care if it does. Oh, there's the archer whom Conan is going to take out. So you can actually interact with this gate that we're going to be interacting with now, but you can only do the QuickTime events if Conan does that, which means that you have to clear that battle. And we cleared it pretty well. I mean, you saw how many fucking guys we killed with one cart. We've got some archers up here too, whom you don't have to kill, but you also want to grab some battle axes and throw them up there if you want to, because you can get some experience orbs and possibly some health and magic. You're also going to be getting, look at that. What are you doing down there? Masturbating on the floor? How long does it take you to fucking get up, man? You're also going to be getting a bunch of stuff by the save stone coming up, and then inside that door awaits Bone Cleaver. He's a huge dickhead, and I'm going to try my very best to take him down, and I'm going to be giving you guys all the tactics and advice that you need to take this bastard down, because he's a true bastard, in the vein of the barbarian bastard from God of War 2. Remember the barbarian bitch? It's that guy all over again, but sans horse. So go around, drink your jugs of health. Hopefully we'll be getting all the way up to be full up, and we won't need magic, but it's nice to know that we've got enough to rest on. Also, don't have the Rain of Fire equipped, have the Stone Prison Armor equipped, so that you don't have to switch every time when you go to kill the lackey. Okay, so at the beginning of this fight, you're going to have the lackey coming out, and if you have the shield equipped here, the second you start the fight, if you press R2 twice to discard the shield, he won't block it, so you can actually get some free damage on him. So quickly dispatch the lackey with the Stone Prison Armor, like I said earlier. And this guy has got slow, straight attacks that he, what he does is he slams his sword into the ground like that. Do you see the shockwaves that just dissipated? Those can't touch you, but if you're anywhere near where his blade is coming down, that's going to affect you greatly. There is a tactic where you can use the battle axes here, throw one at him and he'll block it, and then he'll throw a bolus, and then you could throw another one just as he's throwing the bolus, and you could deal guaranteed damage on him. It's very negligible, but it can all add up, and if you do like 20 or 30 of those, you've made pretty good progress on him. So this was like a dream being in back of him, but I decided not to do that tactic. You can look online for it and you can ask me questions about it, but it's a really cheap and slow tactic. It's still valid. But anyway, this is the first of the Bone Cleaver boss fights. I didn't think I would be able to challenge this guy. That's why I said earlier in the guide that I would probably be doing the battle axe trick, where you throw all the battle axes at him, because there's, I think, at least one rack of battle axes in here, so you can just keep picking them up and keep throwing them at him. It does work. That's how I beat him on hard difficulty. But like I said, I was not even really playing the game. I was just going through it, not even really caring. So if the boluses hit you, you're put into this quick time event. They give you plenty of time to press the circle button over and over again like that. Should you fail, though, he will cut your head off, and it ends with your death, of course. And when you come out of this, he usually doesn't do anything. It gives you a chance to kind of get your bearings straight and just get out of the way and get away from him. So basically, you just want to do very quick chops on this guy. Throwing things at him doesn't really work. And this is where a turbo controller would really help out, because you could just hold the button down rather than press this. So yeah, I didn't think I could challenge this guy, but it turns out he's actually quite easy, even on King difficulty. So you just want to be using the combat roll to quickly get out of the way of his attacks. When he kicks like that, there's an opportunity to hit him about one time. And if you get behind him, you can deal good damage too, and he doesn't always track you, so try to get behind him. But just like I said, watch out for that sword that comes down, watch out for his combos. Even though they're slow, if they hit you, it takes off a lot. And just kind of wait for him to do something. You just don't want to hit first. So there's the checkpoint, and this is the second of the two phases. And this is where he busts out a mace and starts swinging it around the place. What he does is he'll kind of spin it around over his head and then slam it down. And you can't just jump over it, though, because if it's anywhere near you, it's going to hit you. And you do have to be off of the ground if you're anywhere like in the radius of that ball that's coming down. So try to hit square in the air so that you get a little bit more hang time, so that you don't have to land on the ground. If he kicks you like that, what happens is you get stunned, and they do give you enough time to recover from the stun and evade. So if you get, like I said, if you get caught in this, just press the circle button over and over again. He does have another attack that I hope he points, or hope he does. There's his other shockwave attack. Just try to get behind him. Try to get behind him or to the side of it, so that you don't have to waste time like doing hang time in the air. Also, He does that. He does a really, he brings the mace up like to his shoulder level and spins it around, and then he just hits. He doesn't slam it to the ground. But when he does this, just make sure you're off the ground if you're anywhere like in front of him. If you're on the side of him, you might be able to get away with it. But the detection's not always as kind as it possibly could be. And the thing is, there's also a quick time event on this guy at the end. So what happens, you guys, is that once you deal all of his life gone, you're going to want to spam press circle so that you can get into the last cutscene. You saw it at the very last second there. If you don't press it, you have to get in range of him, and then you'll see the circle, and you can press it, and then you can kill him. And there isn't any other things to do as far as a quick time event or anything like that. You just watch a cutscene, and you get ushered into Chapter 12. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do here, guys. I'm trying to steer you in the right direction, not only in life but in this video game, so that we can ourselves get ushered into Mission 12. And then I would like you guys to do one thing and one thing only, please. Please, first of all, dislike the video if you didn't like it. Please, if you didn't like it, please dislike it. Please, I'm begging you, dislike it, please. And take care.